line a win. There's some stuff out of the football game that don't exactly make you happy if you're an Aggie fan. But, boy, Ike Larsen made some plays. A key pick six late in the ball game got the Aggies out to finally a 41 to, 24-point game at that time after the Mike Larsen interception and run back for the touchdown. But then here comes Hawaii again a couple more times to make the ball game interesting. They kick a field goal with about 20 seconds to go, and then the Aggies do recover the second time they try an onside kick. So twice they tried onside kicks. It didn't work. But in the end, Utah State does win the football game 41-34, despite being outscored 17-7 in the last quarter, and things got a little tenuous and all of that. But again, tonight we would have you join with us with your texts at 435-339-0321. Ike Larsen's interception return made it 41-24 with 4:33 to go. And all of a sudden, the Aggies saw them score quickly on a 69-yard run within a minute. And then another 3-and-out. The Aggies finished the football game offensively with 3 straight 3-and-outs as they went to total conservative play calling and all. Couldn't open up a running lane at all. And then Hawaii did have that last 14-play drive and had to kick a field goal. But 41-34, final score. Al Lewis and Eric Frandsen here tonight with you. We'd also love your calls if you've stayed up late tonight. Again, at 753-5868. Hawaii gets 541 yards. Most of that is in the second half. Most of that is in the fourth quarter. They threw the ball terrific. They had many pass plays that were completed that were called back by holding calls in this game. I mean, they really were the better team in some ways down the stretch offensively for sure. The Aggie defense, though, again, did give up a number of huge plays tonight. In fact, Eric, that may have been about as many explosive plays as the Aggie defense has given up all year long to Hawaii.
I mean, I was trying to track this through the game. I think I've got them down for 9.
I've got 1, 2. Let's see. And they only had...
But there were more that were completed.
Yes.
But were taken off the board because of penalties. And Utah State gave up a lot of big plays today. And give credit to Shager. I mean, gosh, that guy could sling it all over the field. But that Utah State defense was kind of exposed today. They struggled.
They gave up big running plays at different times of the game. 2 running backs almost got 100 yards against them. They did bow up at the goal line, though, when the guy got it down to the 1, and they stopped him, made him on 4th down, rather than getting the touchdown and then having just to get the onside kick for a field goal to tie the game or whatever they would have decided to do with a 2-point play after the touchdown or whatever. But again, the defense did shore up there at the goal line and made plays. And I noticed they did make some quick substitutions right before they got the ball at the 1-yard line there, where the guy almost scored at the end of the ball game. But, I mean, it gets a little too scary because really for up until about the last 4.5 minutes of this game, you felt like Utah State was in command the whole game. And this is the first time they've won leading the whole way in a game this year.
Yeah, I mean, there's certainly things to be concerned about with what the defense gave up, but look what the offense did. I mean, Calvin Tyler Jr., again, runs for more than 100 yards. Cooper Lega, probably his best game as a quarterback, the way he was throwing the ball, keeping the chains moving for his team, doing some of the work with his legs as well. 3 touchdowns thrown. He gave up some sacks in that second half where he didn't throw the ball away or just wasn't quite aware of how close the defense was coming in on him. But, nice game for the Utah State offense. Certainly there's some big takeaways from the defense. They gave up some stuff, but they also took away some things, too. We need to give some credit.
Turnovers, 4-0. To the
takeaways for Utah State.
1 fumble on the punt that was muffed and 3 interceptions by the Aggies tonight. Hunter Reynolds got another one, and Ike Larsen got 2, including the 37-yard return for a score by Larsen. He's definitely... It's amazing the plays he makes on the field.
Well, and besides those takeaways, he had one where he pressured Shager, and Shager tries to throw it away but can't get it far enough downfield and is credited with intentional grounding. And so just a pressure off the edge for Mike Larsen as well. So great performance there for Utah State. Well, specifically for Ike Larsen. I think you'd have to call him one of the players of the game today for sure.
Absolutely. And I mean, in Calvin Tyler with a touchdown catch and also a touchdown run coming back from the concussion protocol. but he couldn't squeeze through like we've seen in some games where finally we get a chance in the fourth quarter to kind of run the clock and get through the lines. We couldn't do that to Hawaii's defense tonight. In the end, we have the 3 straight 3-and-outs at the end of the game offensively with the football. All we have to do is convert 1 or 2 of those third downs and short. We don't have to worry about the rest of the football game like it got to be.
Yeah, a couple of series that kind of left us scratching our heads watching the game tonight. The series that Utah State had near midfield, their side of the field, but close to midfield
at the end of the
first half. 57 seconds on the clock, 3 timeouts, and super conservative. Let the clock roll out and just go into the locker room without really pressing anything downfield. And then there were several series there in the fourth quarter late where it's pretty conservative play calling. Let's just run it up the middle. Let's just chew clock, force them to use their timeouts, but not playing keep away. I mean, they're playing with fire there, giving Hawaii opportunity and hope that they could come back into it, and they almost got it.
They almost did. Again, the Aggies led 41-24 with 4.5 minutes to go in the game, and it ends up a minute later it's 41-31, and all of a sudden it goes to 41-34, and we did recover. Quentin had not. Again, the last onside kick kind of went off his hands, but he's able to go back and get that and not give him one last chance in the game. So Aggies win at 41-34. We're into Sunday morning. We'd love to have you join with us. We hopefully will hear from Coach and players over in Hawaii as well. Our phone number is 753-5868, 753-KVNU. And again, our text line, 339-0321. If you'd like to make comments on the game, I'm sure you've got some things to say. We'd love to hear from it. Ryan Bohm, incidentally, he came up with he's sick, and he was going to be here tonight, and he, at the last minute, came up with a sickness and can't be here. He apologizes, and he was mad that they didn't go for something at the end of the first half as well before he fell asleep from his sickness, so he let us know that. We'll be back with more, Eric and I and you, on our Aggie Call postgame. Again, we're brought to you by Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning. Remember to get that furnace looked at for the winter coming up. And call 752-7272. Set that up on Monday. One of our good sponsors. And if you need something brand new as far as a furnace goes, they've got it too. Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning.
Alpine Home Medical has been around for over 25 years. Can you believe that? Hi, I'm Jay Broadbent. What keeps us coming to work every day? We're passionate about caring for you. From home and bathroom safety to transportation, mobility, recovery, oxygen, sleep, and more, come into any of our 10 locations today and let us take care of you.
Alpine Home Medical, we bring wellness home.
Visit us at alpinehomemedical.com.
The Young Automotive Group is proud to announce Young Truck and Trailer Center in Cache Valley. Whether it's heavy equipment trailers, horse trailers, race car trailers, or cargo and utility trailers, we're excited to offer some of the finest trailers and flatbed work trucks to Cache Valley. Our team of experts look forward to helping you find the right truck or trailer to fit your needs, with competitive prices offered on every make and model for sale on our lot. With our extensive inventory, you'll find the best deals right here in Cache Valley. Young Truck and Trailer Center, just off Highway 89 in Logan. Think young, drive young.
With inflation at record highs, why buy new if you can repair your current machine? Daryl's Appliances factory-trained technicians spend hundreds of hours in training each year to ensure your appliance is repaired right the first time. You can have peace of mind. They offer no-risk service, meaning if you want to purchase new, instead of repair, you can apply up to $95 of your service call towards an appliance purchase. See store for details. Daryl's West on Airport Road, open until 6 p.m. on weekdays, 5 on Saturday.
Nothing compares to the warmth and feel that a wood stove provides. The two-time Best of Northern Utah winning team says there's never been a better time to replace your old inefficient wood stove and install a new energy-efficient EPA-certified Vermont casting wood product in your home. The U.S. government is offering federal tax credits of 26% on your wood stove install. For Vermont casting units, that includes stoves, venting, and labor. Call or email Advanced Fireplace and Stove for a free in-home estimate. Call 435-752-7272 or go to advancedfireplaceandstove.com.
It's KVNU Aggie Game Day, brought to you by Alpine Home Medical on News Talk KVNU and Sports Talk Radio, The Fan.
Appreciate you joining with us tonight. Al Lewis, again, if you stayed up. I don't know, if you couldn't watch the game, which a lot of people probably could not because of the pay-per-view and the apps and using the computer and all those things in this game tonight, let's just recap for you what happened. Hawaii got the ball. The Aggies won the toss and elected to defer, and Hawaii got 1 first down. Actually, 2 of them. They had a 12-yard pass play and then a 31-yard pass play right off the bat. In fact, they're the first team to throw for 300 yards against the Aggies in a game since Hawaii did it last year against Utah State, as they threw for over 300 yards last year in Logan. But eventually they punted the ball to the Aggies. And it's the second straight game, Eric, where the Aggies score on the second play of the game a touchdown pass. This one, 68 yards, longest play of the season for the Aggies to Josh Sturzer, the tight end.
Yeah, it was nice in that first half. 2 touchdown passes to the tight ends. Then we didn't see much of them after that. But great to see some tight end action, which we really haven't seen much of this year.
Another 28-yard play for Hawaii. Listen to this. Look at all these big plays. Then they were off the field, and they gave it to the Aggies. And then the Aggies come down and got it near midfield, but then there was a delay penalty. They were just trying to – they couldn't get the first down, and they punted the ball. And here's Jamie Nance, again, recovering a fumble by the opposing team. That's third time this year. He's done it against Wyoming and against New Mexico and now Hawaii. So 3 straight games he's been able to recover a fumble.
Well, he's so fast. He can get downfield, and he gets in the right position, and just being that close – when you're trying to field the punt, you can feel his pressure there, and then he's quick to respond and jump on the ball right away, and great awareness and just being quick to the action that it says is taking place.
Really a bad feeling about the offense here. They take the ball at the 7-yard line, and they get a 3-yard reverse where it looked like maybe Cobbs was going to throw, and then they have 2 incompletions, and they have to settle for a field goal out of that is all. So they're up 10-0. At the end of the first quarter, but Hawaii scores on the second play of the second quarter after a 43-yard run took the ball down to like near the goal line, and eventually then there's a touchdown pass to Pakeke. So all of a sudden it's a 10-7 ball game, 14:39 to play. And then what was really impressive to me, though, was here's Utah State. We haven't seen offensively again after kind of New Mexico. They scored early, and then they slowed down and had to settle for field goals and things against New Mexico. That was when Cooper Legal really did a job. He went 4 for 4 passing, or actually 5 for 5 on the passing the next series. They went 75 yards, 8 plays, and it's Brock Lane, the tight end, who makes the catch. 11:35 to go, so it's 17-7. And then credit to the Rainbow Warriors. They come right back and get a field goal out of it. Aggies, they get a 49-yard field goal, so it's a healthy field goal by Shipley. And that makes the score 17-10, 8 minutes to play in the first half. Then the next time the Aggies get the ball is their first 3 and out of the game. And now it looks like the coach is getting set up here. So it looks like we're going to go to post-game in Hawaii and be able to hear from the coach.
Well, rough trip, but, man, excited about the win. I told the guys I will never, ever take a win for granted, especially on the road. Leave on Thursday. Not an easy trip to get here. About 1,000 distractions to get the guys looking in the wrong direction. And I thought we played really well. We didn't play our best. We obviously made a lot of mistakes that didn't allow us to really put this game away like we'd like. But we give them credit, too. Their offense is starting to click and know what they're doing. And defensively, they made us struggle at times, especially in the third and fourth quarter when we really needed to go down and drive and put it away. They just wouldn't go away. I told Timmy at midfield, man, just keep doing what you're doing because you can tell these kids are excited. They're playing hard. It's going to be a really tough road trip for a lot of people in very near future. I'm not looking forward to having to come back here. But enough to win. The turnovers created by the defense were awesome. Not turning the ball over offensively, huge. And to create another turnover on our punt team, Jamie, and being right there to make a play, man, just keep showing up. So really, really proud of that. Back to 5-5, one step closer to bowl eligibility, which is something we really want to be a part of. I'd love to take this group to a bowl and celebrate how hard they've worked and just keep building on what we're doing. But that's going to prove to be difficult, too. 2 very, very tough opponents ahead. So I'm hoping we get back, get healthy, get some rest, and play better next week. So what questions do you have?
Coach Anderson, Jason Turner from the Herald Journal. Just explosive plays tonight, especially in the first half, including a couple with your tight ends. How big of a deal was it to get some explosive passing plays and get those tight ends involved?
Yeah, I've been wanting to get them more and more involved all year, and we've talked about it. have had some things designed truly to get them involved, and just haven't hit them. But tonight we did, and we hit them when we needed to. Both those guys getting in the end zone is just a great payoff for how hard they work and how hard they block, how unselfish they are. That was huge. I do believe it will only benefit our offense to spread the ball around more to more people and make us more difficult to defend. And I'd like to see that continue. That's a trend that we need to continue. You're good, guys.
Coach Patrick Mayhorn with the Ag Ship. Another big night for Ike Larsen. Pick six, had a couple big plays tackle-wise. What did you think of his performance?
Yeah, every week this gets better. He's got a phenomenal career ahead of him. Love that he's wearing our colors. It's good to see a hometown kid just play better every week. He always tends to be calm in the moment when it's most critical, and that was a game that was dangerously, uncomfortably close. The pick six came at a huge time, but some of the pass breakups he had and tackle forcing the play there to get the intentional grounding just as critical of a play in this kind of game. So he's gonna have a phenomenal career. Can't wait to see how he progresses and grows and develops.
Hey, Coach, Al Lewis back at KVNU. What about Calvin coming out of concussion protocol and having another 100-yard game? 2 scores tonight for Calvin Tyler.
Yeah, huge, because it would have only taken one minor setback and without him. So he did what he had to this week and did well. He's playing extremely well, very comfortable, poised, frustrated a couple times tonight, but went right back out and extended a couple plays that could have been bottled up and moved the chains in a couple very, very difficult situations. And we need him to keep doing that. I'm glad he's healthy and glad he was able to play because it was not a given.
Was that decided, Coach, early in the week, or did you have to wait till right before you left to go to Hawaii to see if he could play?
Well, he had a good enough first few days of the week that we were playing him regardless, expecting it to be a game time decision. Concussion protocol is pretty straightforward, and he didn't miss any of the days, had no setbacks, had no symptoms of any kind. So he was coming because he did, Jacob South did not make it. He was under the same protocol and just didn't have as good a response on a daily basis. So we're fortunate that Calvin did so well, had no setbacks, and was able to play like he did tonight.
Coach, Jason Walker with Cache Valley Daily. Late in that first half, you guys got the ball back like 57 seconds left and run a couple of plays and drain the clock out. Were you trying to were you just trying to run the clock out? Or were you looking maybe aggressive? Like, what was the plan for that last drive?
We're hoping we could pop a play real quick, but we backwards. And honestly, the wind changed a little bit on us, getting the ball back in the third quarter. Absolutely did not want them to get the ball back with the wind right there and potentially get a field goal. So had we popped a play and had a productive play, would have gone and gone ahead and used that opportunity. But we busted the very first play and went backwards, and at that point, just did not want any opportunity they might go down and get a field goal.
Hey, Coach, I'll cast one more then. Coach, when you go back and look at this film, you're probably going to see your defense so close to getting the quarterback all night long, and I think you only got him maybe one time in the game. You were so close with your pass rush tonight that didn't get him.
Yeah, frustrated, really frustrated, as a matter of fact, because we were all around him, hurried him, forced him to get rid of the ball, but give that kid credit, man. I think he's got a bright future in this offense. It's fitting perfectly. He is not afraid to sit there to the last second. Reminds me a lot of watching Bonner play. The kids out of Dallas, they throw the ball a lot. In Texas, it's 7-on-7 and a lot of spread offenses. So he was tough to get to. We were frustrated most of the night. Did enough, but thought we might get to him more than we did, and just got close a lot.
Coach Jake Ellis of the Utah Statesman. What did you see from Hunter Reynolds tonight? He had an interception. He's also there on that crucial goal line stop when Hawaii was forced to kick a field goal there.
Yeah, I mean, that kid's been solid. He's a captain almost every other week. One of the best leaders we have. Just gets better and better. The break he made on the crossing route went perfectly. A couple of other big hits, too, down the sideline. He's having a coach on the field. He knows where everybody's supposed to be, tends to get everybody in the right spot. And just, to me, has maximized his career. He's getting looks by the next level, which is awesome. And I think he gets it because he's so efficient and he's so smart, and he just always ends up in the right spot. He had a missed tackle he'd love to have back, but it made up for it with the turnover and a lot of smart play. Anybody else? All right, man. I'm going to get on the plane. Thanks, guys.
They have a charter that they, again, want to get back to Logan, I'm sure, as fast as they can. So that's the coach. I would imagine that Doug will probably bring in, I'm talking about Doug Hoffman. Yeah, it looks like Ike Larsen is coming in to join. So we'll hear from Ike Larsen here.
Ike Larsen, you guys can just go ahead and ask Ike questions.
Hey, Ike, Al Lewis from the radio station. Again, the pick six, you had the other interception, you rushed the quarterback. I mean, you were all over the place again tonight. Talk about the pick six touchdown.
That's just a game plan deal. We read the receiver splits all week, and, when the time came, we saw the split, and I seen it. I jumped the route, and so it's just all game plan stuff right there.
Jason Turner from the Herald Journal. How good of synergy do you have with Hunter Reynolds right now? You guys made quite a tandem back there tonight.
Sorry, what's that?
Just how much chemistry synergy do you have with Hunter Reynolds right now? You guys made a really good tandem back there tonight.
Yeah, no, we have a good chemistry. It's been building over, since last year. We're just out here, so it's nice to be able to, know that he trusts me and I can trust him and just have each other's back. And so it's pretty cool. It's fun.
Jason Walker with Cache Valley Daily. The secondary seems to have a knack for making these big plays in big moments. Like, what's gone into that where you guys are usually able to get timely interceptions in a lot of these games this year?
I'm asking the same question you are. I don't know, but it's pretty cool.
What a guy! What a guy! What a freshman!
I felt it coming, so it's just awesome. It's cool.
On that long run. Oh, I didn't even see that. Yeah. It's right here. There's him. Any more questions for Ike? Okay.
So that's Ike Larsen again with the interceptions, 2 of them tonight, 1 for a touchdown. It looks like Calvin Tyler Jr. is now coming in to take down. So here's
you guys can go ahead and ask Calvin questions.
Calvin, Al Lewis from KVNU and Logan. What the feeling of possibly going into the week knowing maybe you might not play and then having a game like you had tonight, 2 touchdowns and over 100 yards. What's your feelings about that?
First off, everything goes to the good Lord above. But, I knew kind of like I was gonna play, but just staying ready and prepared and being God's week, and it wasn't nothing. Like it felt good. I kind of knew I was gonna play.
Then I'll follow up also. Why did it get so much harder to run the ball towards the end of the game than it was for maybe the first 3 quarters in some ways in this game?
Them guys, they a good team at home, and we knew they was gonna keep playing hard. So that's what it was. They kind of what's the word? Coming in real hard. So make bounce, and they had an extra defender, so they had more guys in the box. They kind of knew we was gonna try to run it out, and that's what they did. They had more guys in the box than us, so that's why it's like a little hard, I would say. But I still feel like we had a great round. Making sure we finish these games like this so we wouldn't get this close.
And I'll ask one more. You're so wide open on that pass play. Did you know that was going to be that wide open when you ran that play?
Like I told the guys over there, Scotty and them, that honestly, I only ripped that play one time, and it was yesterday. A walkthrough, so and it was open. So I kind of feel like it's gonna be open, but not that open. And my job was just to catch the ball. That's what I did. It felt great, most definitely.
Calvin Jacob, Utah Statesman. In addition to yours, a couple other times the offense was able to get into a lot of open space behind Hawai'i. Was there just something you guys saw coming into this week that you knew you just had some that you could get into that much space?
Definitely, especially when we play our game, the football we know how to play. That's when things happen like that for us. And feel like we got back to ourselves tonight. And like I said, we're going to get back to the drawing board and get better. So it felt great tonight, most definitely.
Brian Priest with KSLSports.com. I'm just looking at the numbers from tonight. 16 completions for Cooper. 7 of those went to running backs and tight ends. What does that do for the offense when the quarterback is able to distribute the ball a little bit more evenly?
They go. I feel like they open the box more, so that's what you want. For sure, I think they was like in a 4-1 box today, and it felt great looking at like both of the tight ends get a touchdown today. Man, it made me smile, almost made me cry seeing them guys getting that end zone. But most definitely, I think the check downs has always been there this year, and I'm glad we're seeing it now. And making it count, making them guys pay for not playing to us.
Calvin, Jason Walker with Cache Valley Daily. What was it like for you to have a bit of a bounce back game individually where you had those 100-yard rushing games earlier, hadn't done it for a couple of weeks, but you do it again tonight? What was that like to bounce back a little bit?
I said I was going to come with it this game, no matter what. I was going to stay locked in. I think I prepared better this week. So definitely, I feel like I'm going to take that approach moving on the next couple of weeks. And it felt great, most definitely. And like I said, I got to give all the credit to the good Lord.